Pastels are beautiful, but nobody talks about how messy they are. Like, why does using it cover my entire hands, pages, desk, and my clothes? For today's drawing, I want something different. I got inspiration from life, so I decided to draw some snookfish. So I'm back to forcing myself to use one of the messiest forgotten art supplies I own, pastels. Because these pastels have been sitting untouched for way too long. And honestly, I think I stopped using them because nothing I have done with these has turned out good. Pastels feel so different from everything else. You can't fully control them. They smudge everywhere. They break constantly. So one must always be gentle. I feel like pastels work best when you really lean into the texture and building up layers instead of trying to make everything perfect. Which is hard for me because I naturally want to over control every detail. And pastels basically force you to loosen up whether you want to or not. I remembered why I fell in love with pastels in the first place. The colors. Just look at this. Everything becomes vibrant so quickly. I wish I could blend with my finger, but it's so sticky, it would leave fingerprints everywhere. And don't get me started on trying to add details over darker layers. Sometimes pastels work beautifully, and other times the pastel basically says no. I think pastels have taught me something really important. Not everything needs to be clean and controlled to be beautiful. Because pastels are messy by nature. You can plan the piece all you want. But eventually, you will have to let go a little and trust the process. And honestly, I don't think I can trust the process. This piece is currently in its ugly stage. Now I'm entering the dangerous stage of the drawing, detail work, also known as the moment where I risk ruining everything. I tried adding smaller highlights, but it's not working. Using pastel pencils would have given me more detail, but I don't own that. Cavendish is way too expensive. Regular soft oil pastels and tiny details, that combination is basically a fight. This is too much. I need some space. I'm doing this off camera. Okay, I'm back. And honestly, I'm so dramatic when it comes to my art. I didn't really know that about myself. You would think giving up art for 10 years would have given me a heads up. I genuinely missed working with pastels. Are they messy? Absolutely. Did I accidentally smear parts of the drawing with my hand multiple times? Of course. Every texture feels so intentional, even when it isn't. And honestly, this might be my favorite piece from the challenge so far. Okay, it's time to set this with some fixative. Remember to do it in a ventilated area. So, day 3 of using my forgotten art supplies is complete. And I'm starting to realize something. I didn't stop using these supplies because they were bad. I stopped because I got too focused on making perfect art instead of enjoying the process. So join me next time. I'll be using yet another forgotten art supply. And let's just say I'm feeling good about it. So subscribe if you want to see the rest of the challenge unfold.